political discussion. We are in political discussion for the United States November 2024, 5th November election, post-election scenario, the implication of the election that would happen, that would make change globally. Because this is considered an unprecedented election. Otherwise, whenever election happens, people start seeing that what will be the effect of American people as far as globe is concerned. Now, American people are hungry in a sense, they are becoming homeless and jobless. If that says America first, American first, that is the motto of this election. And 20th January, that is not very far away from now. I believe 15 days when Mr. Donald Trump would take oath and he will continue as the President of the United States with completely new set of agenda. That is American company and American government, they have to see economically, financially first inside their country. That is the scenario. Now we are in discussion for a very peculiar topic that is NATO, North Atlantic Treaty Organization. NATO. NATO is a set of 32 countries, mainly European country, Canada and United States. North Atlantic. Atlantic, it spans from North Arctic to South Antarctica. That is the full north to south one ocean is there. Atlantic Ocean, very big. Atlantic Ocean, Mediterranean Sea, that is also part of Atlantic Ocean. And Atlantic Ocean, it spans through Estonia. Estonia is part of Russia, means more or less Ukraine. That much big it is, very big. So North Atlantic, in South Atlantic, South America and Africa comes, western side of Africa and eastern side of South America also. North Atlantic means North America and Europe. 1938-39, World War II started and Germany was called, there was Axis forces, Italy, Germany and Japan. And Germany, Hitler, kind of dictator, he was considered as the mastermind behind the Second World War, World War II. The way Hitler started hitting the neighboring country in 1941, it became clear when he made his army enter into France, and then immediately he controlled Belgium and Netherlands, this kind of country. Now countries, they started shaking. European countries, they started shaking. European country, what I mean is democratic country. So France, England, Belgium, Netherlands, and then other country, Copenhagen, whatever that country is, and this side, Hungary and Switzerland and this country. So these countries, now they started shaking. What would happen? The way Hitler started hitting, Hitler started hitting these democratic countries. 1941 only, United Kingdom and United States, they started thinking of making a military alliance who would tackle these kind of dictator countries like Germany at that point. So NATO was, the organization was under consideration at the time of 1941 only. NATO, because Hitler was more or less, it was hitting NATO, means it was hitting in nose in the European countries only. Okay, 1945 World War was over, and United States was very clear in the NATO organization, because the way Japan was hitting United States, means Germany was taking care of Europe, then Japan was taking care of China and America. That's why China and Russia, they are also part of veto power in United Nations Security Council. The way Japan was taking care of, I believe, Pearl Harbor case and those cases, United States was in no mood to go beyond Second World War. Organization is required. United States played the pivotal role in making the NATO. 1949, in Washington DC, NATO organization was established. Its headquarters is in Belgium. Right now, 32 countries are there in the NATO. It's a military organization. Every country in the NATO, they contribute its military, and then anything, any kind of deterrent, any kind of attack that is felt on any of the NATO countries, the NATO military is a separate military that is contributed by the NATO nation, it goes and fight for them. Because European countries are very small, small countries. Anyone can attack on them. In that sense, NATO was formed. It has 35, it has 3.5 million army. 3.5 million, very big number. That much is the army strength. 25 million square kilometers the area of the NATO country. That is very big. 3 million, more than 3 million is India, that is very big. 25 million is very big area. Primarily Canada and United States that contribute. Around 100 crore people, means more than around 1000 million people, they come under NATO. Very big organization, NATO. But the heart of NATO is United States, because United States is primarily, NATO is not organization of European Union, European and American country. I would rather say it's an organization of democratic country who fear from the any mind screwed the people whose mind are not all right, and all of sudden they attack on any democratic country. In that sense, NATO becomes important. NATO organization important. So it was made, NATO was established for the Germany only. But post 1945, then another situation started coming, that was Russia. First enemy is over, Germany. Then another enemy came into the picture, communist country that is also not a democratic country. NATO organization is to save itself from the non-democratic country mainly. So African country, they are also by heart considered as non-democratic country only. And Indian subcontinent or Asia, they are also considered as a non-democratic country only. Real democracy is in Europe, America, United States, and Canada only. So post 1945, Soviet Union was considered as a main threat to this democratic country. So NATO flourished in a way that it was saving the country, European country. Germany was over, and even the West Germany, that was considered a democratic post the World War II. I believe West Germany joined in 1965 or 1956, something like that. It also joined the NATO, West Germany. But anyway, NATO became powerful organization group as far as military strength is considered, and mainly against the communist Soviet Union. Started with the Germany, but later mainly the against the Soviet Union. NATO fought war. NATO kind of in the I believe the Iraq invasion on the Kuwait. Here also dictatorship is there. So in that sense, kind of NATO came into the picture to save the Iraq. I believe Afghanistan war also NATO came into the picture. And I believe in East Timor case also NATO came into the picture. And Bosnia Herzegovina. I don't remember the name of the country. That issue happened, Bosnia Herzegovina. There also NATO came into the picture when there was kind of war kind of situation, battle, internal civil battle kind of situation. Okay, so this is the story of NATO. Three countries are waiting to become member of the NATO. Sweden is the latest member, 2024. Sweden became the member of NATO. Now it is coming under umbrella of the country who save themselves from any kind of eccentric country which attack on anyone at any moment. So in Russian subcontinent, I believe Estonia is part of NATO, and then Ukraine is in waiting to join NATO. Bosnia Herzegovina is in waiting to join NATO, and Georgia that is near to the Iran, that is also in waiting to join the NATO. These are the Russian subcontinent countries, not Bosnia Herzegovina, but Georgia, Georgia and Ukraine, they are inviting to join the NATO. Now the question arising is, if the heart, if heart of the body becomes weak, then what will happen to the body? When United States, whose job is very big in comparison to its focus only on America first, American first, because America is controlling the world as far as economic power, military power, and then strategically and diplomatically everywhere, kind of United States has hegemony, it has control, at least post the Cold World War era, 1990 era, United States has control. Now situation is Russia is coming up again and BRICS nation is booming. I believe 32 countries are there in the BRICS nation also, and 32 countries are there in NATO. So BRICS nation again coming as anti-NATO forces. Now when America is becoming weaker and people, American people, they have no focus on NATO, they have no focus on American, the foreign strategy, international strategy, nothing like that. They have complete focus on their stomach and their home. In that sense, what will happen to the NATO? So that is the question that is arising. Okay, if NATO becomes weaker, then I'm not saying that the Russian BRICS nation or Russia or China they are going to attack NATO countries, but certainly if NATO is becoming weaker, then biggest threat that is seen that is in Indian subcontinent, because Indian subcontinent countries they are controlled because of NATO only, like Afghanistan, and then we have seen Syria, and then now question is happening in Houthi rebellion in Yemen, and then this side anyway, Burma is military rule, Bangladesh, Sri Lanka, everyone knows what the situation is. And full eastern part of Indian subcontinent, that is ASEAN country, all are more or less communist countries. And then the biggest question is Yemen and Pakistan, because Tahrik-e-Taliban of Pakistan, now they are in full place to control at least the Pashtun region of Pakistan. When NATO becomes weaker because America focus is different, then question is arising on Pakistan and Yemen. Who knows that problem will started in other part of Indian subcontinent also. If by heart European Union and America and Canada are democratic countries, then by heart and Russia and China is like a communist country, then by heart certainly Indian subcontinent is not democratic. From the history only, Indian subcontinent is a place where always war happened. Always. Always and always. It is known for the monarchy. Always. Now, in that sense, if there is no fear from the America and NATO, if that fear goes away, then internal rebellion would, would grow. I won't say exponentially, but it would grow. Anyway, God bless NATO, God bless United States, and God bless Indian subcontinent.